lot
I
of
mean,
things.
it's interesting, when we talked about that, just in talking with Yolanda and what I had hoped for, or what I do hope for the city. I've lived practically in every ward in this city, and every ward brings something unique to the table. But I would say this, that we have an opportunity in the city right now, an opportunity of growth, but also an opportunity to make sure that all citizens' voices are heard, but that all citizens have an opportunity. And I think the heartbreak would be that if we just have certain segments of our community that rise, and it's really tearful for me, just in the sense that I have lived here a long time, and young people are telling me that they feel invisible. And that just hurts me to my heart, because I lived here as a young person, so I know what it means to walk downtown and have a job. And I want to provide that for our young people. I want to be able to say to them that the work that we do every day is important for you, that you have the opportunities that I had. I stayed here because I had great opportunity. I was able to get a job the first day. I was able to meet the person that I wanted to marry, or wanted to marry me, I should say, and raise a family. And I want that for our young people. I want them to be able to walk out into the street and say, I live in Ypsilanti and it meets everything I need, that I have the resources I need, a job, I'm able to transport myself, I'm able to buy goods and services. And I don't mean to get emotional about it, but it means that much to me, that I have a young daughter, and she left to go to college and came back. And my fear for her was that when she comes back to Ypsilanti, what will be here for her? And that's one of the reasons I work so hard, is because I want to look in the faces of these young people and say that you can do well, that life is good, and that Ypsilanti will do well by you. But you have to hang in there, and that you have to really fight every step, that you have to fight for what you want, that if you don't want a liquor store in your community, tell council, and just don't give up. So I have lived here a long time, and this community means a lot to me. I mean, my family has said to me over the time, my sister's sitting here, but my family has often asked me, why do you stay in Ypsilanti? Because, thanks. And I have to apologize to the audience, because it really doesn't mean that much to me. My family's asked me over the years, why do you stay in Ypsi? And I stayed here because I just felt the heart and soul of this community. I came here to go to school based on the fact, for a couple of reasons. One, I love the marching band at EMU, and I was in band. But the second reason was because they had a rich history. And they had a rich history of African Americans, and that meant the world to me, because I grew up in a community that was predominantly white. As a matter of fact, this summer, my daughter and I and sister went back to my hometown, and in the window of at the fairgrounds was this picture of a classroom. You have those student pictures. And my daughter kind of looked, and she said, wow, that's somebody's classroom. And I looked down, and I said, oh my God. I said, that's my elementary school principal. And I looked down a little further, and I said, oh my God, that's me. It was a classroom. It was my, I want to say my first, or kindergarten or first grade picture. And I looked at that, and at the time, I guess I didn't realize I'd been the only African American in that classroom. And my daughter said, Mom, oh my God, you're the only black kid in that class. And I said, I never thought about it growing up. I said, but I knew when I was leaving high school that I wanted to go to Ypsilanti because, one, I love that marching band. They used to have this thing called EMU, and it had a good beat to it. But the other thing was Ypsilanti just had a rich history of African American success. And I wanted to experience that and feel that. And when I came here, and as I said, the first day I left campus because I didn't have a lot of money. I walked downtown and applied for a job at Ypsi Savings Bank. And by the time I got home, my roommate said to me, did you apply for a job? And I said, yeah. She said, well, you got it. And I said, oh my God, And so I started that next Monday. And as I said, I have shopped in the grocery stores. I bought my first dress from a store on Pearl on Washington Street. And I really just want that for our young people. I want them to be able to stay here and say that Ypsilanti met the need that I had, that it provided a good life for me, and that I'm able to contribute back. And so when you say to me that, you're frustrated over how things turn out, in terms of how staff responds, that's why I'm running. I want to change that dynamic. I want to change the city to say that we care about our people and that our people come first.